I was wondering, what is there to negotiate with your homeowner's insurance when you have it all in writing, what your coverage are? If you have 300,000 coverage on the dwelling, 150,000 on the content, and so much on the existing building, and you got a total loss, why the insurance company have to negotiate? You got it in writing what your insurance coverage, and you see the total loss. What are they to negotiate on? Why the insurance company don't pay you what you're covered for?
James, thank you for that call, man. That's an excellent question. Insurance companies do this not only on homeowners cases, but they do it on auto accident cases as well. But specifically to your issue here, there's a dispute whether or not your home is a total loss. Then the insurance company has a right to say, no, it wasn't a total loss. You may have someone on your side that's claiming as an expert or an appraiser that says that it was a total loss. And that kind of gets to your dwelling, to rebuild your home. In the Panhandle here, we've seen a lot of disastrous stories, from Hurricane Michael, where people lost everything, and insurance companies were really dragging their feet and paying the claims out because, they had a dispute whether or not they could file, assert a defense to say, no, it's not really a total loss. You can go rebuild that. Unfortunately, that's an awful tactic. And that's why you go seek an attorney to help you out, because an insurance company tries to steamroll you and roll over you every time they get a chance. As far as your contents are concerned, it's the way your policy's written. Some policies are written if it's a total loss, they just write you that check and say, hey, look, it's done. But there's also some losses that come into play where it may be replacement value or actual value. And you actually have to provide a receipt that you actually had that in the home and you lost it. Insurance companies are notorious about selling you insurance on the big print and paying you out on the small print. And even though it's kind of a little tongue-in-cheek and it sounds good, that's really what they do. They want to hold yourself out and they want to force you to have to pay for this insurance to protect your assets, in the event of a loss. But yet they're the ones holding the checkbook. They're the bank at the end of the day when it comes time to pay out on those claims. And so if you're still having questions about it, and if you actually have sustained a loss such as this, give us a call in the morning. We'll be glad to go over your case in depth. Another component of your homeowner's policy is your liability portion. And your liability portion protects you in the event that someone comes on your home and is injured, and it was a result of your negligence or something that you should have done and you didn't do. And sometimes even an intentional tort to, where someone maybe gets in a fight, but it really got out of hand real quickly. There are exclusions, but in the typical speaking, your homeowner's insurance will cover you if someone comes on your property and they are injured for something, whether it's negligence or some other type of tort. That protects you and your personal assets if they ever wanted to sue you. But as far as it comes on a first party claim, and that's what you're specifically referring to, is your claim against your insurance company, discussing whether or not you had a total loss for your dwelling, and then your contents and any other additional coverages that you may have, dwelling coverage A and B, and so forth. So if you're going through this personally, if there are more facts, we'd love to talk to you in the morning about it, maybe help you out and get you in the right direction. But insurance companies are notorious about this. This is the same tactic that they take in an auto case where maybe someone hit you and they didn't have enough insurance to cover you for your losses or your damages, and so you file what's called an uninsured motorist claim on your policy. Well, now you're disputing with your own insurance company the extent of your loss or your damages, and so they're going to try to say you're not as hurt or you haven't sustained the losses that you claim that you have, while you're claiming that you have. And there's a big dispute. It's a first party claim on your UM portion as to how much they actually should pay you. And so insurance companies are notorious about defending these type of claims, and that's why you need an attorney to help you out and look into it.